What are your memories of that game?
It was an awesome experience. You know, they really roll out the red carpet for you. You know, it's the two best teams in college football, and you deserve to get the red carpet rolled out for you just for all the hard work you put in. And you know, for me, you know, I embraced the moment. I was a young guy, and I just tried to make the most of it. It was my first bowl game, or my second bowl game, first one playing in. But you know, as far as this one, you know, when the young guys come and talk to me, I'll say just live in the moment, make the most of it, and when you got to do your job, go out there and do it to your full capacity.
What was that scene like where you talk about the laying the carpet out with all the streamers, just kind of that entire day, that scene? What was that like for you as a young kid?
It was an amazing experience, you know, just to you know, go through that experience with family. It was awesome. Go through that experience with guys that really, you know, taught me the way of being an Auburn man. You know, those seniors, and it was an amazing experience, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. You know, on the opposite spectrum.
You heard from any of those guys?
Yeah, I talked to him quite a bit. You know, Antonio Coleman, Hot Boy, all those guys, Big Nick. You know, I talked to them all. You know, and they're all wishing us well. And you know how much it means to the guys that played before. You know, because you know they're calling you, they're hitting you up. You know, so they're pulling for you. You know, wishing you the best. So, and it's always awesome to hear from them.
What did Nick say to you?
Big Nick, you just keep balling. You know, he don't talk too much. You know? So he was just like, man, keep balling, keep doing what y'all doing, and y'all gonna shock the world.
Have you given any of the younger players any particular advice, you know, from your experiences?
Yeah, you know, whenever they talk to me, you know, I just tell them just to live in the moment, make the most of it. You know, don't get caught up in anything else. It's football. You know, it's what you dreamed of doing since you were a kid, play on the biggest stage. It's the granddaddy of them all, and just make the most of it and play your butt off.
The routine you guys went through in 2010, the practices, meetings, is it pretty much the same you're doing now, or is it a little different?
I mean, it's a little different. You know, Coach Malzahn does our stuff a little different, but it's the same as we've been doing all season. And that's our big thing. You know, just keep everything the same. Continue to get better. You know, that's our big thing. We continue to get better, and we continue to get better at our craft. Everything else will take care of itself.
What are some things that are different?
As far as
just you said, Coach Malzahn's a little bit different as far as preparation.
I mean, just our schedules and things like that. You know, nothing too different, but just you know, scheduling things are different, and just different ways of going about practice.
What do you remember about Nick in 2010? What kind of impact and how he went about it? Because he had a mean streak the way he played the game.
Yeah, he's a great player. He's a great player in the NFL. He's a great player in college. You know, he's a guy that you looked up to. It was an awesome experience playing next to him. He played the game the way you want to play the game as a defensive lineman. You know, he played hard. He played great, and it was definitely a wonderful experience. You know, playing next to him and something I'll cherish for sure.
Can D have a similar impact on the quarterbacks, you know, in the running game necessarily, but the passing game and everything? Can D have a similar effect this year?
Definitely. D's a great player. You know, he goes out there and he plays his butt off just like guys before him did. And we know it's going to be a full D-line affair. You know, as far as going after and affecting Winston.
When you made the move, Vince, when you made the move to the inside, what was your initial thought on it, and how do you feel like you adjusted to that sense?
For me, it was just don't ever have to do to help Auburn. That was a big thing. For me, I wasn't focused on anything else than that. I knew that I was gonna be able to make an impact, and I feel like I have. And I just knew that week by week I had to get better, and that's the thing with Coach G. You got to get better every single day. He's not gonna accept nothing less, and that's what I've been trying to focus on, just getting better at my craft and becoming the best player I can be.
So what do these coaches do to change the mindset in this program from when they got here to when you guys actually set foot on the field?
It was about competing. It was about not dwelling on last year, but moving on and focusing on on what's ahead and focusing on the day. You can't control, what was going to happen in September when it was February. You got to control what you're doing today, and I was working out. I was getting bigger, faster, and stronger, and I was becoming the man in the classroom and becoming the man on the field that you want to be. So our coaches, they did a great job of that. We focused on the now, and we didn't focus on the past or the future. We just really focused on what we control and just try to make the most of it.
When did it start to feel real that this is the type of team that could play for a national championship, maybe win a national championship?
We just really bought into Coach Malzahn's plan, and our goals at the beginning of the year was to have the biggest turnaround in college football, and we knew that the only way to do that was to get better every single day. And Tuesdays and Wednesdays were big for us. Those are our work days, and we got better, and we beat some teams that people thought we couldn't beat, and we beat them, and we got things rolling. And after that, we knew that we can be as good as we want to be. We just have to go out there and play for each other and make the most of it.